Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Monday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I'm Andy Graham. Alongside Jim Hardy, we'll be with you for the next hour. As always, taking your phone calls, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Again, thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. A fun weekend all the way around, but well, it was bound to happen. Auburn dropping a game in the SEC. They fall to the Florida Gators, the number 6 team in the country. That's going to change a little bit. The coaching poll, I think, is already out. Auburn slipped to number 2. Alabama went to number 1. So that's interesting. We'll see what the AP poll has to say about it. Auburn did, I think, get actually more first-place votes than Alabama did in the coaches poll, if I saw that right. But overall, Alabama moves up to number 1. Again, the AP poll, don't know about that yet, but we'll talk about that. We'll break that down a little bit, see what Bruce Pearl had to say about that. It was the opening weekend for the Alabama softball program, the Malvoes, their initial big first tournament there, the Tiger Invitational. They did go 5-0. There was some really good things about the weekend. Some things maybe of some concern as well, but hey, it's just getting started. They'll head to Clearwater, Florida to play in a tournament this weekend. The competition will be a little bit better. And so, that's kind of the way you want to look at it, and we'll take a look at that as well. But congratulations to them getting off on the right foot. Auburn 5-0 to start the season. Auburn softball program. Super Bowl last night, kind of a dud, but a little bit surprising. But nonetheless, we'll talk about that a little bit as well. Love to hear from you as always. 256-234-6221 is our number here. Give us a call. Let us know what you thought about or thought about any of these things or any of the things that we talk about. Like to bring up a new subject, we'd love to hear from you. Go and check out our social media, YouTube page, our Facebook page, Auburn Blitz, and subscribe to those. Check those out, like those. We would really appreciate it. How was your weekend, Jim?
It was good. Glad to have some nice 75, 80-degree weather.
Yeah.
That made it feel a little more like spring.
It does seem, maybe the groundhog lied. But then again, it's going to be a little bit colder. We're going to have
there's some coming. It's a
little cold spell.
Hopefully it's not as bad as we've had in the past, but
yeah,
a little cold spell, which you suspect always.
Oh, yeah. It's, these kind of things. This is the way, it's supposed to work, I think. Did you watch the Super Bowl last night?
I did. Watched almost every minute of it.
Just complete, really, domination by the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
I think, what did the Chiefs had like 24 yards of total offense in the first half?
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen that. This was like the Bears and the Patriots back in 1985 or 1986, technically, I guess. But it was just completely one-sided. I was not expecting that.
The most impressive thing was Eagles' front, that defensive front, to allow Kansas City's a timing offense. He loves to throw some of those back shoulder throws. He loves to get Kelsey into some open areas in the coverage. If you don't have time to do that, none of that works.
Right.
And they got 6 sacks last night.
Yeah.
If you're on your back, just as much as you are upright, or the rest of the time you're upright, you're running for your life, your offense can't function.
No.
And I was very, very impressed with the way that front got after them by themselves. They did not blitz one time all night. No linebacker came, no cornerback came. They didn't need to.
Oh, no.
If you do that, I don't care if it's high school, college, whatever. If your front gets there, this game's over.
Yeah, that front four was incredibly impressive.
And I think 2 of the 4 was SEC guys. You had a guy from Mississippi State.
That big big guy from Jordan Davis in the middle.
Yeah, Davis, and then you had
enormous human
what was
being.
it, Sweat?
Sweat from Mississippi
He
State.
had 2.5 sacks by himself. I mean,
even when they were double teaming them, I mean, they were
getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes for a long night. It makes it a lot easier to run your offense. It makes it almost impossible for the Chiefs to do anything. Like Patrick Mahomes, they kept trying to make excuses for him, but there's just the pick six was just a bad throw.
Right.
I mean, he got flushed outside. He was getting frustrated. He was trying to press. He was trying to make something happen, and maybe that was the only chance they had. And certainly, I don't fault him for doing that, but it was not. They were never going to try to run the ball, I guess. It's shocking. Patrick Mahomes is the leading rusher.
I think
four carries for 25 yards.
It almost looked like that they knew coming into it how good that front of the Eagles was, and they were afraid to run into it, so that they thought if we could do our passing game and do 90% of our plays passing, then we can get rid of the ball before that rush ever gets there.
Yeah.
The problem is they didn't. That back end held true, too, to where he had to wait for somebody to come open. He didn't have time for him to come open.
No, that's for sure. So Kelsey had 4 catches for 39 yards. And again,
that was at the end of the game.
Even the more impressive part of this, Saquon Barkley really didn't do all that much.
He didn't have to.
I mean, he had 56 yards rushing, 57 yards rushing.
I think it was more, and that's what I was suspecting. That when you go into half and you're like, what, it was 24 to something, 24 to 6 or 7?
24 to nothing, yeah.
Yeah, or nothing? No, it wasn't nothing. I think it was like 6, wasn't it?
I think they scored that in the second half.
Okay, to start the second half?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you go in that much, that's what you really suspect coming out in the second half, is you're going to run the ball just to get the clock wearing down, And they felt like they did, and they felt like to try to keep the foot on the gas.
Yeah, well, they opened up in the second half, and you thought, I think they made a couple of first downs. You thought, okay, well, if they could go down and score right here, they might have something. When it was 17-0, going in, closing out the first half, you thought, okay, well, if they could just get a field goal, they get the ball to start the second half.
It was actually 34-0 before they scored a point. It was 34-6. Yeah.
That's what. So
that's demoralizing.
So it was 17. That's when he threw interception on the first, play. Now he got hit, but still.
Right.
You can't turn the ball over on your own 10-yard line. And that was basically that seemed like it. Really.
At that level of football, you can't go into half down 24-0. You don't make those kind of comebacks.
No.
You can make some adjustments.
Now Tom Brady did.
Right.
Against the Falcons, but still.
Yeah.
It was.
That's the reason, as he told in an interview the other day, that's the reason that separated him. As he said, most people want to call him the GOAT. He said, but really the thing that he had advantage over everybody is his mental game. Mm-hmm. He said, I couldn't throw harder than most people. I dang sure couldn't run faster than most people. He said, but when the other team lined up on the other side of the field, I knew what play they were in before they did. Right. He's like, I could read the defense.
Ed says, shocking, the best roster wins in college football and the NFL. I agree. I'm not shocked that the Eagles won the game. I'm just shocked that they won basically by 40.
Right.
It ended up 40-22, but that was not indicative of the game. They just completely manhandled Kansas City, which that was what was surprising to me for sure.
And I think it was at a 1.5.
The Eagles ran 70 plays. The Chiefs only ran 49 plays. I mean, think about that. Just crazy. And it didn't help, certainly, that the Chiefs turned it over 3 times. But only got in the red zone 1 time. The Kansas City Chiefs, you think, yeah, their offense has not been what it has been the last couple of years, but thought they might have a little bit better showing than that. So, but anyway, it was what it was.
And it was
it's been a while since we had a dud.
It was a streak breaker as well for Auburn University. We didn't have a player in either team on the field, and I think it was a streak for either 8 or 9 years consecutive. Auburn had players in the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yep.
C.J. Uzama is on the Eagles.
Right, but he didn't make the trip.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think they have another one, a player that, but I
think they said Uzama was sick or was something, and he wasn't on the active roster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bet he still gets a ring, though.
Well, yeah.
Halftime show.
Dud.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Kendrick Lamar. I'm honestly, to be perfectly honest, I would not know any of his songs anyway. But yeah, it was kind of a dud.
Well, you're a connoisseur of music. I know you follow a lot of different people out there. That I don't follow this guy well, but I follow him enough to know his hit songs. He played one of them. The rest of them, he tried to play some of his other junk so that maybe, okay, I got 300 million people watching. I'm going to get them to buy some of my other things. That's not what you do. You go in there, entertain, put on a show, and when you look fabulous and awesome, I'm going to go buy the rest of your stuff.
What are his hit songs?
I mean, I'd have to explain them to you. There's some funky names to some of them, so we'll keep it at that for right now. But I thought it was underwhelming because maybe he gave a decent singing performance, but all the things around it just wasn't. It wasn't what you're used to. You see videos.
I mean, I guess it was patriotic.
No.
It was red, white, and blue.
Yeah, no, I'll show you that too. That wasn't patriotic either. There was some hidden messages behind that, so it was not what you think it is. And if you saw the videos of the crowd, nobody was pumped up. Nobody was getting up. Nobody was dancing. It was just kind of like, okay, yeah. Well, when are they coming back out to play football?
All right, we got to take our first break. Love to hear from you. 256-234-6221. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors. Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Berner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Discover great deals on Kawasaki motorcycles, watercrafts, side-by-sides, and more. Save big on championship-proving KX motorcycles. Get a great deal on iconic Kawasaki jet ski personal watercraft, or take advantage of big adventure for less with savings on our rugged Terex side-by-sides. There's no better time to save on our exciting lineup of Kawasaki vehicles. Visit Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard today, or see all the Kawasaki products at adamsmotorsports.com, where your pleasure is our business.
Here we go again, hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. New GMC Sierra 4x4 crew cabs discounted up to $14,000 off. GMC Terrain with a roomy cabin and pro safety discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy the new year with no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We got brought to you each and every day by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big. No job is too small, commercial or residential. Give them a call today for all your needs. Russell Do-It Center. They got 9 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. They can beat the big box store. And finally, Sense of Green, heating, cooling, and insulation for air that's fresh and clean. Call Sense of Green, 334-487-3555. Let's go to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro hotline and get Jerry. Jerry, hey, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Good afternoon, Andy and Jim. How you guys doing today?
Terrific, man. How about you?
I'm doing good, thank you. I appreciate you taking my call. On the just a second on the Super Bowl. The halftime show, I guess that was over my head or something. I was completely lost on all that. But I wasn't impressed at all. But irregardless of that, I was kind of sort of pulling for the Chiefs a little bit. But as the game got closer, I got to thinking that the Eagles' offensive line is very, very good. Their defensive line is very, very good. And I'm of the opinion that football's won with the lines of scrimmage. And Jim and Andy, that just brings up a question. I got a question and a quick comment about basketball, but offensive and defensive lines for the Auburn Tigers coming up. I know it's hard to say because we haven't even gone through spring training yet, but what do y'all feel about that? Because we need to constantly improve that and keep it up. But also on the basketball game Saturday, it just kind of felt like we didn't have the same fire and everything in us. Is it just me that felt that way, or just? I know Florida's got a good team, and I was impressed with them. I ain't taking nothing away from them at all, but it just seemed like we just kind of, after the first few minutes of the game, we just kind of lost our fire a little bit. And I just wanted to make those comments, and I'll hang up, and I was just going to ask Jim and all about our lines of scrimmage coming up in football. I know it's hard to say. Like I said, we haven't even gone through spring training yet, but how do you guys feel about that? Thank you for taking my call. Jerry War Eagle.
Appreciate it, Jerry War Eagle, to you. Take the Super Bowl first.
Okay.
Halftime show was.
Oh, yeah. It was. I'm in
seems
full
to be
agreement.
underwhelming. I don't know. Was that across?
Even for fans that like his performance, it was underwhelming. That's a nice way to put it.
All right.
Yeah.
As far as the basketball is concerned,
yes.
It did seem like when you talk about fire, you normally are associating that with the defensive end, and obviously, we were not the defensive team that we normally are. It didn't seem like we were as quite as aggressive. It didn't seem like we were quite as dialed in. So I agree with Jerry. I don't know what that's what you relate that to. Perhaps maybe we were fatigued. I don't know. But I agree with you. I don't know why. It happens. It's a long season. There are a lot of games to be played. Florida is a really good team. I don't know. I don't have an answer for it about why Auburn was, subpar on the defensive end. I mean, you look at the numbers, and Florida was better and in almost all the categories, and Auburn was not quite as good. They were a little bit off on Saturday. So it's just one of those things. It's going to happen, and it doesn't get any easier from here on out.
Well, yeah, but, it's something we've talked about for weeks. We knew that it was going to take a great performance from somebody to beat this senior-laden, older class team we've got.
Yep.
Not like you said, taking nothing away from Florida. They're a great team. Now, I did lose a little bit of respect for them when they left the arena and shooting birds to the fans and gestures they were making on the way out the tunnel. I lost a little respect for that.
I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, I got a video of that somebody sent to me, and it's not good. So they were their sportsmanship was pretty poor. But, yes, I mean, if you've looked at who they've played leading up to now, they've had some great ball games, and they've beat some good teams. So I don't think for a second they couldn't beat Auburn. It's just when we play what would you call it, a B-minus game to a high C game, and they play their B-plus to A-minus game, they're going to beat us. Because if these rankings are right and you're dealing with a sixth-place team in there, any one of those could beat each other on any given day, given the opportunity.
13 threes made for this Florida team, only 7 for Auburn.
Yeah.
They go 83% from the free throw line. Normally, they've been averaging only 71% from the line. Mm-hmm. We go 14 of 23, only 60% from the free throw line. We only make, like I said, 7 threes where we've been making almost 10 a game.
And I think you've brought that up several times over the weeks, that the key to you is if they get to that 10 mark on threes, then you're not going to beat them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, the rebounds actually ended up the same. I was a little surprised at that when I looked at it. But 22 assists for this Florida team, only averaging 15 on the season. Again, I mean, you just see their numbers that they just had a really good game.
Yeah, because you even see, looking back at them, they were vulnerable in other places too. I believe it was Tennessee that held them down to 40-something points?
Yeah.
This team that just scored 90 on Auburn scored 44 on Tennessee. So that shows you that Auburn didn't play, as Bruce even said in his press conference, we came in with a game plan and we started off with it and then we got away from it and we never adjusted.
Yeah.
And that was the big thing. And we also, all of us talked about it before the show, familiarity with Florida, with Auburn. All those coaches know each other. They know Bruce Pearl's scheme. They know Steven. They know them all well. So it was like playing each other,
Yeah. 17 points off turnovers, too, off 8 Auburn turnovers. We only 3 points in transition for Auburn. Only 3 fast break points. Could not get out in transition. I mean, it was just everything just kind of got Florida. You just have to say, give Florida the credit.
Mm-hmm.
They outplayed Auburn on Saturday.
Yep.
That's the bottom line. We'll address the football question when we come back. More to come right after these messages.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Auburn stays number one in the Associated Press poll. Alabama will be number two. So you will have a matchup between Auburn and Alabama where they are both ranked number one. Auburn in the AP, Alabama in the coaches poll. How about that? That is a first, certainly.
Bet you didn't see that one when the season started.
No, I didn't. I didn't think that was going to be the case. But again, Auburn's got Vanderbilt on the road tomorrow night, 6 o'clock on the SEC Network. You said Alabama's got Texas
on the road.
Right?
Yes.
So both two tough games for these teams. Notorious. Auburn's kind of been notorious for going up there to Nashville and struggling. It's a weird gym to kind of play in, but nonetheless, Auburn, people recognize it for what it is. Florida was the number 6 team in the country. They were very, very good. Despite that loss, that ugly loss to Tennessee in Knoxville, they have been very impressive this year. But people look at it and say, okay, Auburn had a bad game. Florida had a good game. Okay, move on to the next one. But we still think Auburn overall, by what they've done, they still have more quad one wins by far than anybody else in the country. Mm-hmm. And so they're getting credit for that, and they should get credit for that.
No, I agree 100%. I mean, I think it's obvious if the ranking system is correct and you believe in, as coaches, and impress who you're ranking, then yes, Florida just beat the number 1 team in the country. But also, Florida, that ugly loss you talked about, Tennessee, I believe, is number 4 in the country. Mm-hmm. So you got to give some credit, where credit's due if you believe in those rankings.
Sure.
Yeah.
You look at it just one. We'll again go to the football here in just a second, but Chad Baker-Mazara only 6 points, only 1 rebound. Denver Jones 2 points, 1 assist, 3 turnovers. Just Denver Jones and Chad Baker-Mazara combined for 8 points. That's just, that's.
Yeah, because Chad's a normal 10-point-a-game guy.
At least.
Sometimes
he's
more.
10, 12, yeah.
If you get his normal points, then you're right there in the ballgame.
You get 10 from Denver usually a lot of times. Yeah. He's kind of streaky. He goes back and forth. But, that's where it's at. I think Florida had 5 guys in double figures, and the 6th guy had 9 points. So, again, it's not difficult to diagnose what went wrong for Auburn in this game. They could not contain Florida from behind the arc, and Florida went to the line. They hit their free throws. Auburn did not. That was really the difference in the game, as it turned out. Jerry brought up a point about the offensive and defensive line, kind of relating, what took place in the Super Bowl last night or yesterday to what Auburn's got coming up this year. Offensive line, you've got your center coming back.
Yeah, I think if you're going to go from left to right, we're pretty sure that Chaplin
Xavier Chaplin
is going to take that spot.
Transfer from Virginia Tech.
Right. I feel like Wright is probably going to hold that guard side on that left side. Jeremiah Wright. I feel like that Lou
Dylan Wade.
Wade, yeah. I think Wade may be on the other side is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they may punch him to the right guard. Yeah. And you're not going to get rid of Lou. He's your All-American center, so he's going to be there. And then probably
the interior, regardless, is going to be the same.
Yeah, the interior, I think Wade and Wright's one way or the other, whichever way you put them. And then the Murphy kid, sounds like right now in the spring we're working with them or coming to the spring in the drills. They're talking about he may be the right side. The right end, the right tackle,
You bring in, a transfer from USC.
Yeah.
You also have Tyler Johnson, a guy that you've been bringing along that you feel really good about.
Yeah.
Too-Tall Miller is coming back as well.
Well, and I was impressed with Joyner last year. Braden Joyner played well.
Braden Joyner's a good, nice backup in the interior.
Yeah.
So you've got some really nice pieces.
The pieces are there.
on the offensive line.
Correct.
Defensive line, I love the pass rushers. I love Keldrick Falk. I really like Keyron Crawford. I think, we go out and get the kid from Sam Houston State.
That's the one that they've been talking about. I asked somebody the other day.
Chris Murray?
I think that's his name is Murray. But Sam Houston, he's 6'5", 265, and they said the words that keep coming out of somebody I know that's over there on that team is he's a grown man.
Yeah.
They said he's not your typical guy that just showed up with that frame. Like, he's literally a grown man. When he's in there, people know.
Amaris Williams is coming back.
Is coming along, yes.
So
I think if there's an area to look for to add on to, you may see in the spring us add another piece in that line somewhere on the defensive line.
That interior part is the one that I'm concerned about, or I do have Malik blocked. And
overall, I think it's in good shape. But you could always, if there was another apple out there to pick out of the portal, I think they go pick it.
We brought in, 4 or 5 guys on the interior last year, and both those guys are gone.
Right.
All those guys are gone. So, but I love Blockton. We brought in some more to add to that. And we got some freshmen coming in that are grown men already. So Jordan Crawford.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens.
I really feel I'm not as in deep on the defensive line because, like you said, we're still adding pieces, so I want to see them work. But as far as on the offensive line, I feel good about it.
Yeah.
I do.
I would agree. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz on this Monday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Give us a call, 256-234-6221. We'll always like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some great food in the Montgomery and Auburn area. They got 2 locations there, one at Pepper Tree in Montgomery and the other on East Glen in Auburn. They got tremendous food. I'm sure if you they had a great deal on the Super Bowl. I don't know what the next one will be. I'm sure that it's just around the corner. Probably Valentine's Day.
It would be.
I would imagine. But if you want to, hey, look, there you go. I mean, if you want to cook your significant other a fantastic meal, or if you want to, pretend like you cooked it and get it from Pepper Tree, probably the wise thing to do. Wide variety, steaks, ribs, Conecuh burgers, steak burgers, tiger tails, whatever. They got a little bit of everything there, and probably the best variety of wine in the Auburn area. So go and check them out. Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Got daily lunch specials as well. Just go to their website, steaksinwine.com. That's just the letter N, steaksinwine.com, and check those out. Again, food is absolutely tremendous. People are great. Just go and check them out. Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. I mentioned it, this came across this. I'm being told this is the first 1 versus 2 matchup inside the SEC in conference history.
1 versus 1.
This is 1 versus 2.
Okay. In the AP.
Yeah, this is 1 versus 2 in the AP. First time that's ever happened in conference history. I don't know if 1 versus 1's ever happened anytime, anywhere. That might be interesting to look up. But yeah, because you talk about a rarity. But Auburn and Alabama, breaking down barriers as far as on the hard court, unlike anything any of us have ever expected, for sure. I mentioned that the softball team got off to a great start under the era of the Malveaux era. They were 5-0. I left out a game here on the sheet. I only had 4 of them. I only had time, I guess, to get those 4 in. But they did, they hammered Southern Illinois and North Carolina. First 2 games, 6-1 and 8-1. and then beat North Carolina 11-1 on the last game. There were a couple of games they struggled. One against Southern Illinois that they won 8-9. I think 6-7.
6-1.
Well, this one was this
is one you didn't have.
That I didn't have on there.
Okay,
this one was 9-7.
Yeah.
That they beat Southern Illinois, and then they turned around and beat Appalachian State 10-9 in 9 innings. So the pitching staff kind of got roughed up a little bit in 2 of those games, but I mean, it bodes well that they scored at least 6 runs in all these games. It's from where 6 to 11 runs.
Well, the concerning part of it is in one of those columns out there is these errors they're having every game.
Yeah.
That they need to have to go back and look and see what caused those, but for it to be happening every game, sounds like our defense needs to be a little cleaned up.
That helps. You get in a game, certainly in the SEC, you're going to every hit's going to matter.
Yes. And
every at bat's going to matter, and you can't afford to give teams extra outs, especially in the SEC, because it's like every other sport. Obviously, it's such an elite conference, and now you're adding Oklahoma and Texas, who are probably 2 of the best programs.
No,
in the country. Oklahoma is clearly the best team in the country. Yes. Texas is not far behind them. Texas is very good as well. So, some of the pitching staff that Auburn is running out there, they're a little bit deep in that area. Sophomore, I'm gonna go Melania Tambora.
I would go with you on that one.
Okay. Sophomore, Chalea? What do you think? Chile?
Yeah.
Clemens?
Yeah, Chile
She did
Clemens.
get the win in the first game.
That was both of them. The first game, second game, what is that, third game? Looks like they swapped in and out. Those 2 got pretty much all the innings pitched.
Yeah, and Haley Rainey, she's the transfer from, I think, Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah, looks like she was averaging about an inning or less than an inning per game.
Yeah.
And everybody else was getting 2 and 3 innings, so they kind of busted it up between them. Looks like Haley was probably our closer, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. And that S.J. Guerin, she's a transfer from Oklahoma. Okay. So she got her and Rainey seem to be the ones that had the most success over the weekend. So they may, they may end up being
I'm going to have to get them on TV and check them out, because I need to find out, what we're looking at.
Like I said, next coming up this weekend, the 13th, then the 14th are going to be on ESPN2.
Oh.
Auburn playing Clemson and Virginia.
Maybe check that one out.
At 3 and at 9 in the morning. So the 13th and the 14th. So if you want to check out Auburn softball just this weekend, wait, and then it's going to be on actual national TV, ESPN2. Get a good look. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you, closing things out on this Monday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Looking at some highlights from the softball tournament this weekend. Looks like Auburn got a little pop in the bat this year, maybe a little bit more pop. That's kind of, Chris Malveaux is known for his hitting coach. And what he did for Tennessee and upping, kind of injecting some energy into that lineup. So maybe certainly he's doing the same thing for Auburn, at least right now. So this could be a fun team to watch this year. We'll see what happens. Again, the competition is going to get a little bit better as we move along here. So.
Oh, sure, and you always love to see that. To me, the availability to one swing change a game, because these games are going to be close in SEC. They're going to be tight. Like you said, it'd come down to one bat, one pitch.
Yeah.
And if you've got some girls that can hit it in the parking lot, one pitch could change the game.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Chaley Clemens. That's right. Chaley sounds like she can play a little ball.
Yeah. Well, and Haley Rainey, the transfer. The two transfers, one from Oklahoma, one from Cal State Fullerton, they look like they had pretty good outings. So Good for them. We'll say you need a deep pitching staff because you're gonna face a lot of really good teams, and we'll see what happens with that. Didn't get a chance. I think did you and I talk about the baseball program was ranked 12th in preseason?
No, we didn't talk about it.
Okay, well, that preseason the coaches poll came out, or the
12th
SEC.
in the SEC, what you're saying, not in the country.
No,
Yeah,
12th in the SEC.
Yeah.
That's kind of where and there's a lot of really good baseball teams. Now, will Auburn finish 12th? They may. And to be honest, if you finish 10th, you might still get into the postseason.
Oh, yeah. No, and that's what we looked at last year. I think we were discussing them at the end of the year last year. You had tons of losses by 1 and 2 runs. I mean, that's literally made up your whole season. If even half of the games you lost by 2 runs, you get those back, you're one of the top teams in the tournament.
Yeah. Auburn going to take on the Holy Cross this weekend.
Yep. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I think it was 6 and 1. I think it was 6 Friday night, 6 Saturday, and 1 o'clock on Sunday.
We'll see what the weather's like. It could be a chilly game.
I don't think it'll be bad.
Okay. That'll be nice. All right, it is February the 10th, Jim. On this day, 1989, the World Wrestling Federation admits pro wrestling is an exhibition and not a sport in a New Jersey courtroom to gain deregulation.
You don't say so.
Shocked.
I'm
shocked.
How would they let that out? Let me give you an update real quick before you go. Friday night is 66, or Friday's high is 66. So by 6 o'clock, you're looking at a low 60s ball game starting.
Cool.
Saturday's ball game is 72 is the high, so relatively about the same at 6 o'clock in the 60s. Then Sunday is 60 degrees. So by 1 p.m., you're going to be playing in the 60s pretty much all 3 games.
Yeah. All right. So cool. Bring a light jacket.
Yeah, you know. I'm sure the bats will heat you up a little bit, get you excited.
Hopefully so.
If it's not, then we're in for a long season.
Yeah, if you don't sweep Holy Cross, you probably
need to talk.
Need to raise an eyebrow.
Yeah.
And say, that's not what we wanted to see. Happy birthday today, Lon Chaney Jr. or the Wolfman. You've ever seen that old classic?
I know Teen Wolf. I don't know about the Wolfman.
Wolfman way back a little before his time.
Oh, okay. He was before the teens.
Yeah, the black and white.
Okay.
Born on this day, 1906. Allie Reynolds, a pitcher for the Yankees, won 6 World Series.
Okay.
Robert Wagner. Heart to Heart.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so that Wagner sounded
a debonair type guy. He is, golly, he was born in 1930.
Goodness.
He is 95 years old.
That's back when Brett was born.
He's trying to catch up. Mark Spitz, who, was like the greatest Olympic swimmer until
Phelps
came along.
Yep.
He was born in 1950. Greg Norman, golfer, 1955. Lenny Dykstra, nails, was on that 86 Mets team, and then went and was on the 93 Phillies team that went to the World Series. Leadoff man. Darrell Johnston, fullback for the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
Does color commentary now. I think he does a great job. I actually like listening.
I wish they came back to more of that in football, of having a linebacker that just run you over. We got so far away from that now. I mean, everything's about speed now.
That's true. Laura Dern from the Jurassic Park movies, among many others. Actress, 1967. Wayne Gandy. Remember Wayne Gandy?
Offensive lineman.
Offensive lineman for Auburn.
Yep.
Left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
1971. Mm-hmm. Left or right, I can't remember. Ty Law, defensive back for the Patriots. Mm-hmm. Born on this day, 1974.
Wasn't he the one in the Super Bowl, won MVP, or was it the Patriots?
He was. I don't know if he won MVP, but he was good.
I thought it was of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he may have been.
Yeah.
May have been. Lance Berkman, pretty good batter, there with the Astros, and Justin Gatlin, sprinter, born on this day, Olympic gold medalist in early 2000s, 1982 he was born. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. He's Jim, I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.